Percy is a tank engine who works primarily on Thomas's branch. After Duck's accident with the trucks, the Fat Controller called him in to shunt the yards at the big station. However, Percy's absence was beginning to annoy Thomas.
I can't believe I have to take trucks on my passenger runs just because Duck can't handle trucks and the bigger engines are too lazy to shunt.
I'm sure you'll survive.
Oh ha ha! You best not be shunting all the way into the night.
Why?
Because then I'll have to take your post train. Well, I'll see you later, Percy.
Bugger.
That night, after a long day of shunting, Percy was running late as he rushed into the junction with growing concerns.
Bother, later still. Can we leave now? I don't want to delay the post even more.
I'm sorry, Percy. The men are loading as quickly as they can. We just have to make up the time.
Soon the whistle blew and Percy couldn't get out of the station fast enough. Percy hurried along as quickly as he could, but the sun was already rising when he finished his journey.
Never mind. I'm sure we won't be late next time.
Let's get back to the shed for a rest. You'll need it before the first train.
Good morning, Percy. You're up early.
No, you're wrong. I'm back, tired and late.
Unfortunately for Percy, these late departures and early mornings would be a constant thing for them, and it would eventually take its toll on his fireman as he would be taken ill a few days later.
Morning, Percy. You've got a new fireman today.
New fireman? But why?
I'll explain on the way. Right now, we'll get down to the big station to start our shunting. Come on, fireman. Ooh.
You alright there, driver? You seem tired.
Oh, no, it's fine. I just had a rushed breakfast.
Well, why don't we have a fry-up? It'll be fun.
A what?
It's where I cook food on my shovel above your fire.
Is that allowed?
Well, I don't see why not.
That's the spirit. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
He calls it a fire-up.
Sounds dangerous to me.
How? It's just cooking.
It's cooking above your fire. What if you break something?
As if that would ever happen.
Well, if you break down, don't expect me to rescue you.
That night at the junction, Percy had again arrived late. Whilst waiting for the sacks to be loaded into the vans, the fireman was being careless and had left his shovel above Percy's fire to cook their food.
I'm sure I'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Come on, fireman. I know we're late, but you might as well try and catch up with the schedule.
all steam engines have a blower. This creates a draft in the firebox to pull hot air through the boiler to make steam. If it should fail, then the fireman would find it harder to build up pressure. When the fireman had dropped his food into the firebox, the food got sucked up and blocked Percy's boiler tubes.
You feeling alright, Percy?
Maybe he's tired? I'll just build up his fire. It'll be fine.
This was a big mistake. Everything seemed to happen at once. The fireman opened the doors, Percy sneezed, and then his cab filled with smoke.
Oh damn, your fire's going to put out.
What?
Oh damn.
The smoke is smothering your fire!
Oh damn.
Percy was still confused and would have asked more, but then realized something.
If my fire's out, then who's going to take the mail?
Me?
Yes, you.
Shan't.
The driver, fireman, the station master, and the foreman all argued with him.
Fine.
Percy had just enough steam to move onto his siding, and when James had arrived to take on the train, he was having his firebox cleared out. Soon, James returned back down the branch and took Percy back to the big station.
Percy!
Yes, sir?
You are not to blame for your fireman's incompetence.
Hey!
I did not expect him to cause this to happen.
Percy felt ashamed.
As a result, you will have to be sent to the works to have your blower repaired. This has put me in an awkward predicament, leaving us without a shunter. When you return, you will be restricted to shunting in the yards.
When will I be allowed to return to post train, sir?
I don't know, Percy. I really don't know.
But who will take the post trains?
The Vat Controller didn't respond. He just turned and walked away, leaving Percy wondering.